Right. Comments up? Hey, Mercs. The treacherous one. We actually need like a bare metal cat emote in the server. I think that could be cool. Yeah, 50 emotes of his cat, and then like one emote of a tree, and maybe some clouds, and a sun with a smiley face. Yeah, that's more of an insider meme. I gotta make a soonest emote so I can put sooner back in. Done that yet? Soonest sounds like a religion. Yeah, we just gotta convert people to Soonism. All hail the mighty gods of Soon. God, my girlfriend's like uh so sad that she hasn't gotten her iPhone 12 yet. And she's like, you gotta tell the whole world. It's on the way here. It's on the way here. Did the Lord of Soon provide us enlightenment yet? We keep chanting soon. Eventually something will happen. That something would be called sooner. And once we all start chanting sooner, either Maddock would okay, either two things could happen. Either Maddock gets really frustrated and gives up on the game, or sooner becomes yes. That's when things actually get better. We mustn't be led astray by the false prophet. Uh, maybe. You're biting your fingernails? The pandemic? Dude, that's a good idea. I'm kidding. I know what you mean. You guys are kind of like my girlfriend and her iPhone, waiting for the update. Nah, my girlfriend's a heretic. She only waits for Apple products. She's more excited for her new phone than her engagement ring. It's actually pretty sad and depressing. Are you willing to sacrifice her for the good of Soon? I don't think the god of Soon would want her. The god of Soon values patience. Yep, Soon. I pray every day to the gods of Soon. I have a spiked whip that I self-flagellate myself with, and chant Soon. There's like a chalk pentagram in the bathroom and everything. Marry SG? That's like being friend zoned for life. I don't know if you want to marry SG. Marrying SG would be like marrying uh, a Darren pillow, like a Darren body pillow. Like the honeymoon period would be fantastic. And you get to tell all your friends that you married SG. But then it's just gonna be like a dead bedroom in less than a year. I guarantee it. Finally know why I'm sculpting the thing that killed Steve Irwin. You better watch out because it might come for you too. Might get you the same way it got Steve Irwin. Can you imagine Maddock as a dad? Like he's gonna be a dad one day, right? Maddock daddy. To be honest, he'd make a great dad. He's gonna program his children to be so smart. Their teacher's gonna be like, "So, Junior Maddock, what is 3 times 7?" And then Junior Maddock would be like, um, hypothetically or theoretically, beep boop beep. And then he's just gonna be like, "Oh, you're so smart, Junior Maddock. Here, have a battery snack." Then Junior Maddock's gonna be like, "Your bribes do not affect my disposition, vile hag." And then smokes her with a laser gun. Yeah, there is only one SG, and that is Stargate. Stargate 2 never happened. Stargate Atlantis is but a shell of its former self. Oh wait, sui generis, yes. Talking about sui generis. I knew that. It'll come one day, guys. You just gotta keep faith. It's like a religion at this point. Except it's like a real religion. Like not like one of those fake ones with like fire and brimstone the in the end days. Like right now we have the one true prophet, the blood and flesh himself, Madoc, and he has his herd. Is that right? Herd, or is it cattle? Is it herd or cattle? Are we his cattle or his? No, his flock. That's right. It's not herd or cattle. We as his flock. Uh, yeah, I really screwed that one up, didn't I? We as his flock. We'll just keep chanting soon. We'll empower his connection with the almighty technomancy gods that bless him with his powers. People will laugh at us for having faith. They'll mock us for our religion, but that is just God's way of testing our faith. So we must hold fast. Must not be led astray by false prophets. Yes, we are all Maddox's cattle. Okay, cattle doesn't sound very proper. I prefer the term sheeple. We are Maddox sheeple. Mattle. I like the sound of that actually. We are his bear mattles. Like bear as in bear. We're his bear mattles. On a more serious note, though, I'm pretty sure it's going to come faster than you guys may think, actually. I think 2030 is a bit far off. A lot of the major systems are already in place, so I would expect like 2025 for for like an alpha release of sui generis or beta release. That's Benedict Zeth to you, Midori. I'm Benedict Zeth now. I speak the good word. We all know that the reason why Cyberpunk is delayed is because they know that we're releasing Sui Generis soon, TM. So that's why they want to delay the release so that it doesn't conflict with the release of Sui Generis. That is right. I am the voice of God. I'm the one with the mic. So SG releases 2076 and Cyberpunk on 2077. Uh, if that is God's plan, then we must endure. The the one we really have to watch out for is Metro 2033. So in between now and Fallout 76, there's going to be some pretty cataclysmic events, and we have to be prepared for the events of Metro 2033. But as long as we all believe in soon, and we pray to our Lord and Savior Madoc, uh, Madoc T. Evans, uh, we should get through. We shall persevere. Yes, back to lie. Yeah, back to you, Lee. Yes, there are plans. Animation is just going to be one of those things that are continuously improved on, but you just kind of need time. All shall be revealed with time. I have spoken. Oh, that makes sense. I haven't watched Family Guy. I watched the original Family Guy, The Simpsons. I've been playing a lot of Grim Dawn. Like, what I usually do is that I wake up, I shower, brush my teeth, sometimes put on clothes, and then I go put in my hours, do some work for GGG, and then I play Grim Dawn in my like three or 4 hours of time, of free time. I've been like, there's all these like cult references and stuff that I thought is like super cool. Like they really do cults and um like crazy people in that game really well. I like it a lot. We should bring uh that kind of story writing to SG, if not Exanima. I just feel like there should be a lot more scrolls and stuff, more storytelling in story mode. Like considering it is called story mode, I feel like there should be more story mode. But all shall be revealed in time. So we'll just have to wait for that until Madoc is done with more important things. I think there's gonna be a period in in our dev cycle where we just crank out a bunch of content because all of the more important um, more important systems have been done, have been dealt with accordingly. Procedural lore. That sounds awful. That sounds really bad. Well, actually, there is. Have you guys ever played that? There's a mobile game called Procedural Dungeon, or like Procedural Storytelling Dungeon, or something like that. AI Dungeon. I think they do something like that, right? Right. Actually, Dwarf Fortress does that too, and so does RimWorld to extent. So yeah, a bit of that is already done, which is cool. Maddox's been working a lot on like procedural tools that will help populate a world, but we aren't. It isn't something to rely on. That's basically the philosophy. Like it'll help make things, but it's not going to be the end result, which I thought is really cool and fascinating. Imagine if like I guess they already do to um, various extents, but imagine if like AAA studios took more advantage of procedural procedural tools and just like making their own tools like Madoc does. I don't know. I just feel like yeah, like games could be so much better. Gotta try harder. We just gotta be try hard game devs. You gotta get that PvP mentality into developing games. Actually, a lot of there's a ton of procedural stuff already, especially in regards to like environment art. If if you look at anything like environment art related, you'll notice like a ton of procedural procedural systems. Like materials are already kind of procedural in themselves. And like a lot of grass, trees, rocks, all those environment assets are already procedurally added. Especially in UE4. I've been doing a lot of stuff in UE4 for like terrain, so it's kind of just fresh in my mind. Been trying to make like my own master material for terrain. I know I can probably just go out and buy a master material for terrain, but I kind of want to learn how to make one myself, just so I know how to work with it. Like it'd be hard to learn how to use a tool without making it. Not necessarily hard, but it'd be easier to if you made it. I feel like procedurally generated NPCs, like procedurally generated backgrounds for NPCs can get pretty stale. Like I feel like backgrounds and uh, characters, like AI characters, should be handcrafted. Otherwise, it really does feel like you're just running into the same person over and over again. Maybe some aspects will be procedurally generated, like their clothes, but their personalities and stuff, I think, should be unique. Otherwise, it kind of negates the purpose of having like an open world sandbox that you go out and explore. You'll get like the Oblivion. You'll get the Oblivion gates all over again. Where every cave, every town looks the same. You have 7 voice actors. Did you ever discuss expansions or DLC? Not really, but I'm sure SG will have something like that. Like all games eventually do once they get big enough. But yeah, pricing is always going to be very fair. Madoc is very keen on having a fair pricing, like a fair way for us to take your precious dollars out of your wallet and like funnel it into our pockets. That's the virtuous Madoc way. Yeah, just give me your first bonsall. It's fair, it's fair. Are you winning, son? It definitely won't be like those studios that say they aren't going to add a microtransaction store, and then they add one anyways. We're too virtuous for that sort of nonsense. Is that symmetry? Have symmetry mode on? What kind of 3D modeler am I? Putting symmetry mode on an asymmetrical sculpt. The answer is I'm a really good 3D modeler. There's this really awesome song stuck in my head. Uh, it's Alan Parsons Project. Like the producer behind Pink Floyd. I'll link it in chat. But it's really good. You guys should check it out. There you go. If you have good speakers, this song is like magic. It really is. Oh my god. Becky, look at her butt. Whoa. I want some of what you're smoking. I never thought about that either. What a revelation. My life's changed. My entire perspective on the world has been flipped upside down. Yeah, it's the producer behind Pink Floyd. Of course it's gonna be good. If you like that, you should go check out Eye in the Sky. It's another project that he did. I'll link this one too. Oh wait, no, it's just another song in the same project. That's really good. What's this? It looks like a horse pill. It's like poison. Ah! What the fuck? My girlfriend tried to choke me. I have like a Flintstones vitamin in my mouth now. What the heck? I always throw away the garbage, don't worry. Woman. Always bitching about the garbage. Whoa. Jed 142 is rating. The party of 5. Welcome, guys. Sorry, I have something in my mouth. My girlfriend just came over and like shoved something in my mouth. It tastes like a vitamin, like a Flintstones vitamin. I'll crush it up really fast. Yeah, welcome, guys. Getting poisoned. Yeah, it's definitely a roofie. Like my mouth is all numb now, and I'm like starting to see. I'm starting to have double vision. Thanks, Jed. The shield. It's a meat shield. Has procedural open systems progressed far enough that the players specifics come out with proper. It hasn't progressed that far, but that's sort of the plan. I mean, there's already a working system for procedural weapons in developer mode, so it's basically already here, but you guys just can't play it yet. Yeah, no problem. The first time my chat's ever gone fast enough that I missed a question, so it's totally fine. Pretty soon people will start at adding me. Oof. I don't know how I feel about that. I might have to just quit my Twitch career early. I won't be able to handle the fame. I'll eventually end up like a drug-addled wreck, like in a dark corner somewhere with a couple of babes on my lap snorting coke. It's like reminiscing about the simpler days. Yeah. Yeah, so what we're doing for the new people here, I'm just like trying to sculpt out the rest of the shield. Uh, checking your art station. Have you only modeled for Exanima so far? Uh, my art station is really outdated. I have a lot of artwork that I've done and is under NDA, which means I can't show it or publish it. But no, I've recently started with grinding gear games, and I have a lot of past old stuff too. But I don't like they're not really that good, so I don't show them on my art station. Yeah, usually, very often you'll find like good artists, but their portfolios are completely out of date because they've just been working and all their artwork is still under NDA. And NDAs can last for a really long time, unfortunately. It seems like Grinding Gear Games is one of those cool companies that allow artists to display their work after it's been released in game, though. So crossing my fingers on that. Yeah, I'm really stoked that Madoc actually allowed me to um, display the behind the scenes or actually just like stream this work in progress. Like this kind of freedom doesn't happen every day. Like I already have a ton of creative freedom with the art direction of Exanima, and I wasn't expecting to be able to stream me make a creature. It's just like a random question that I asked out of nowhere. Yeah, but I think it's also a good thing for the game too, right? Like early access games, uh, they should be able to be influenced by the player base in some capacity. And like I get direct feedback from the player base on what they think, which is awesome. It's free advertising. Yeah, it's like mutual free advertising for like my portfolio and also for Exanima. But I guess mostly for me because I don't think Madoc wants Exanima advertised so soon yet. He wants the game to be more polished. But it's going to spread like word of mouth anyway, so I mean, can't really stop word of mouth. Like the one of the reasons why you haven't seen Exanima being posted on like uh, magazines and news articles. I know a few like larger streamers have covered it, but like they can do whatever they want. I don't think Madoc has actually approached them. It already has 5.8 thousand reviews on Steam. I know, it's nuts. It's been growing steadily. We are actually talking about how it might be difficult to handle the amount of people on Discord after a certain point. And that certain point probably being multiplayer. And that's coming soon after the arena update, I believe. Unless some other thing comes up. I believe the update schedule is going to be GA update, then arena update, and then quite possibly multiplayer after that. Either that or like more procedural stuff. We'll have to see how that goes. I remember years ago when my buddy asked me if I've ever heard of this game called Exanima. That was a good day. Glad you enjoy the game. I actually haven't heard of Exanima until uh, Maddock actually approached me in an email and asked me if I wanted to work with him, work with Bare Metal. Hell yeah. They didn't have a job at the time. I was just like a penniless bum living in my dad's house. Yeah, right. Pretty crazy where the road of fate leads you. Well, there's an art test first, and you know the knight armor. The knight armor is actually my art test, but Maddox thought it was so good that he added it to the game anyways. But I feel like I could have done better. I wish I did better on some of the earlier armors. Like now I kind of have a mentality that like whatever I produce, it has to be good. It has to be good enough to display on my portfolio. Otherwise, it's kind of a waste of time to make it if it's not good enough to publicly display. I'm not sure what I was thinking back then. Like, I think I was just like thinking, don't fuck up my first job. You want to know which armor the Proctor won? What do you mean from like my art test, or which ones like I wish I could have done better? The art test. No, the knight's armor or the Maximilian set. Uh, a while back, I think a few years ago, you were able to the start the game and choose between uh unknown, proctor, villager, and knight. Like 4 choices, and you didn't have to unlock them like you do now. But yeah, I really wish I can just go back and upgrade all of the armors to like certain standard. My standards have gone way up. All right, later, Jed. Thanks for the raid. Have a good one, man. Aether Gang. No, not Aether Gang. I already spend like 2 hours, 2 or 3 hours every day fighting the Aether in Grim Dawn. I do not have. I do not need another Aether Gang. We should get like a Cult of Cthulhu gang. Rise up against the Aether Gang. Like literally everything in Grim Dawn is all Aether, like ethereal damage, uh, ethereal monstrosity. Oh, God. Not the Ding a Dong Squad. Not the One-Eyed Willy Squad. Dingleberry Doohickey Squad. That's what we'll call it. Netmyers, I am playing a Necromancer. They're like the spooky skeletons. Also, I'm playing hardcore veteran, so I heard it's wise to choose a summoning class for hardcore. Is your first character that ever played a ranged character? Ever played ranged in a Diablo-like game? I think my first ever ranged character in a Diablo-like game, probably the Amazon. It's a bit counterintuitive to play ranged in an isometric game, isn't it? That's because you're looking down. Doesn't really seem like a very intuitive way to play. Since the camera is facing down, but your character is facing normally, like horizontally. So yeah, I grew up when Amazon was not sullied by the name of Amazon was not sullied by Jeff Bezos, where we had all of the corporate takeover. I'm pretty sure telekinesis is going to be a thaumaturgy ability. Like, how can it not be a thaumaturgic ability? It's too obvious of ability to include. Like, people will be expecting it that obvious. Telekinesis is already in game. True. But this will be like a spooky magical telekinesis where you can like give undead wedgies. Great. Yeah, telekinetic undead wedgie party where Smoils is not invited. God, remember the time when words like simp and sus weren't a thing? I yearn for those bygone times. Hey Conrax, welcome back to the stream. We're having a telekinetic zombie wedgie party without Sulix. Before COVID, before the end times. Before the plague was upon us. We were all living happily in our cozy farmhouses. Suddenly the COVID nation attacked. Now we humans have been reduced to a beta race, cowering in our mother's basements, just waiting for the chance to get out there and tip our fedoras. We have become cave monkeys, used to nothing but primal savages, raiding and looting for the most precious supplies of toilet paper, and that's about it. That's all we need. You guys, after living in caves for so long, we humans have synthesized the ability to produce alcohol by consuming toilet paper and shitting it back out. That's how we get drunk. Get drunk off of our own toilet paper moonshine. That helps us sleep through the night. Is there any truth to what I said? I only speak the truth. I am Benedict Zeth. I speak the true truth. Precisely. Yep, you know what we're talking about. Uh, Back to you, Ollie. Know what we're talking about. You're right, we don't need sight. All we need is the word of soon. It comforts us in our darkest times. It brings peace to our hearts whenever Smoils utters the chord dimension of the Pornather. It makes us remember the pleasant bygone days of uh, roaming around in the sunlight, touching grass with our bare feet, feeling the wind on our faces. Now all we feel are the farts of a massive butthole in the sewers But at least it's something. The great flatulence. It is a blessing upon all of us cave dwellers, all of us who have braved the depths. Yeah, when they fart, like a little bit of liquid will just like kind of dribble out. A bit of anal leakage. I used to be a respectable artist. I used to be a respectable and um God damn it, Siri. Shut up, Siri. I used to be a respectable artist before I was hired by Madoc, and you know when you're hired by Madoc, he makes you sculpt a massive sphincter that kind of takes the wind out of your sails. Some things just have to be done, even if it's even if the costs are great. One must sacrifice for the greater good. Should really put we should really like erect a shrine in front of the sphincter. There should be a priest there that is like chants find him. Oh, oh great fleshy one. Bestow upon us your windy blessing. Blow the darkness from our hearts and minds. Lift our spirits from this earthly realm with your mighty flatulence. It's not usually like this. It's usually more well, okay, it's usually like this. It's almost always like this, I'm sorry. Get the shield done. I want to get the shield done. Then we can move on to the butt. Imagine if like Maddox was just lurking in here, like quietly laughing to himself. Wouldn't that be horrific? I can imagine Maddox like swiveling around on his office chair, just like stroking the bare metal cat, like silently chuckling to himself. No, not Zulix. There's actually a bare metal cat. He has a cat in his house. Very heroic cat. The cat's actually the lead developer. Um, Maddox is just bare metal's cat's personal assistant. I like vitamin burps now. What the heck? My girlfriend like shoved something in my mouth. And I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And then she tried to strangle me when I was like trying to figure out what it was. I'm guessing it's like a roofie, but it tastes like a vitamin. But I'm really not sure what it is. It was LCD. Might be. Oh, we're not married yet, so I don't see why she would kill me now. Like, she's not gonna get like any insurance money. Like you'd think that you should wait for the marriage and then kill your partner, get their married, get their insurance. I didn't say. Don't look behind you. Don't look behind you. So scary, Jesus. don't, don't come up to me like that. God damn it. Oh my god. You're so spooky. I have my headphones on, so I have like uh no no depth perception. Everyone thinks that you put like LSD or like roofies into my mouth. Yeah, she just says it's a vitamin pill. Don't worry, guys. It's not like poison or roofies. Ow! Fuck! That's so painful. I'm gonna lose hair. I already have a bald spot. Right? I'm already in my. I'm already. Someone hit me on stream. I'm on the clock. Okay, okay, baby. I can't be distracted by your womanly charms. How is that treating me good? I almost died. Okay, give me vitamin. Thank you. Oh, she's mad at me now. Thanks, chat. You guys pissed her off. Good job. Good going, chat. Now I can't get my green card. I can't stay here. Because it's cheap. I can't get my green card anymore. Job. It's okay. There's always more sharks in the sea. Or so it goes. Always more barnacles on the whale carcass. I hope she's not actually pissed at me. If she's actually at me, then uh, it'd be harder to like yell at her to clean up the dishes and do the laundry. You know, like all the stuff that women are supposed to do, but they don't because they'd rather just play on their phones and stuff. You just gotta be really manly. Be very firm with your methods. Some good relationship advice for you guys. Exactly. Here I am, being a man. I'm working, providing. I'm bringing home the bacon. And it's the woman's duty to like do the dishes, do the laundry, uh take care of children and on occasion shove LSD down my throat. That's just how the world works. Those spikes look like nipples. I don't know, maybe like your nipples, not my nipples. I don't have saggy ass nipples. Okay, I should probably stop roasting my girlfriend. She actually does have a job and stuff and all that. Yeah, exactly. Vitamin application. If I don't get my vitamins, I'll go blind. Can't be a blind artist. That would suck. Go blind and deaf, and I'll grow hair on my palms. To get me my vitamins. My vitamins. My vittles. Could be like the Mozart of modeling. How about the dude, I don't know any celebrities these days. I could be like the Tom Hanks of cooking shrimp. Death breathing AS stream. You guys ever forget to breathe and then you're like, fresh air been delivered to the brain. Sweet. You. Have you guys ever thought about like what if okay, so what if the butthole isn't actually a butthole, but rather it's like a mouth? It's like imagine like your grandmother's mouth without dentures, and then like if you get too close, I'll just like gobble you up and then just like mush you around in the gums for a bit and then spit you back out. It'll be like a fleshy laundromat sort of sort of deal. Do you plan this monster to have shield and mace from the start, Seth? Uh, they're improvised, but I do have Maddox's blessing to go ahead and add these two instruments of pain to this creature. What if it's just like a fleshy laundry machine? Fail Hornshiner. Exactly. Like even though these creatures don't wear clothing, doesn't mean that they don't want a laundromat. Like if you guys have ever gone traveling and like your hotel or hostel doesn't really do laundry, it's rough. It's like rough living. It's not fun having dirty clothes. And then you have to like go like way out of your way just to like find a washing machine. Uh it's either like walk 20 minutes in your dirty clothes to the laundry machine, the laundromat, or you can like hand wash it using the free shampoo in your hotel or your hostel. So you kind of have like two very difficult choices that you have to make. Sounds like a nudist vacation. But yeah, the main point is like everyone wants a place to wash their clothes, even if they don't have any clothes. It should just be like a right afforded to all living creatures. Monsters rise up. Gotta fight for your rights. You should treat your attire like armor. You put it on, it stays on. Everything is done in it. Should all just be Mandalorians. Never take off anything. Just pee in your suit of attire. Wet yourself. I bet there's actually people who actually do that. You ever see those Reddit posts where like ask Reddit posts where there's like a girlfriend that says, hey guys, my boyfriend doesn't wash their butt or something crazy like that. Or like, hey guys, uh my boyfriend just lets the water run run wash away. Like he doesn't even do any scrubbing. I'm sure there are people who just have like a one suit attire that they just piss and poop in without changing, without doing anything to clean themselves. Poor people. I remember seeing a video of a guy show off his whole suit of jousting armor and his undergarments have never been washed. Ew. That's nasty. So gross. That poor horse. Imagine being that horse for the dude. Oh shit, this wannabe knight's gonna sit on me with his filthy ass undergarments again. I still have the rash from last time. Can I get some antibiotics on my back? Fuck dude, I'd hate to be that horse. Make a T pose, scream in a commanding voice. That's horrible. No, I don't want to piss off my girlfriend anymore. I think she's actually seriously mad. I'm going to have to console her after the stream. It's all your guys' fault. I'm worried she's actually like crying in the next room, but I can't hear because I have my headphones on. Like, it's actually pretty bad. I should go check on her. I'll go check on her now. I really should. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Death main Dwayne, what? What's Dwayne? That's something I should Google. What is the most respectful, non-triggering way to check on your BF? Start with a kitchen, bathroom, check basement with a cages. What the fuck? Oh, The Rock? That sounds familiar. That guy in Jumanji, right? Uh, the mummy. Not sure I get the reference though. Like a former wrestling. You know, I actually live under a rock. So does that mean I live under Dwayne? Dude, the first mummy gave me nightmares when I was a kid. You know, like all the scarabs that just like burrow into human flesh, and they're like all screaming and kicking, and like all the bugs are just like ah, food, tasty human flesh. Yeah, I was traumatized by that movie when I was a kid. But now I'd be like, oh, that's cool. Like, what if we had thaumaturgy powers that sent flesh-eating bugs to our enemies? That's the kind of thaumaturgy I want. Oh, I disabled links. Uh, you guys are just gonna have to post it in Discord. Whoa, what the heck happened? Oh. Yeah, especially when they're like trapped. You know, like in the first scene where they cut out the guy's tongue, and then they just like wrap him up and then fill the coffin full of bugs. Can you imagine that? That's like the worst way to go. Definitely in the top 10 worst ways to go. I wish there was something that disturbing in Exanima. Like Exanima is already kind of disturbing, but it's not that disturbing. It needs to be like really something that you'd shudder. Like, think about it. I feel like that's kind of like something that a lot of games don't have these days. They don't have anything like so hardcore as being eaten alive by bugs in like a tiny confined box. Sounds so horrible. I'd rather be inside a metal bowl and then slowly cooked alive than being slowly eaten by bugs. Like if I were to choose the metal bowl torture versus the bugs, I would choose the metal bowl. I mean, it's just like cremation, right? Except that it's slower. It's like a slow cremation. I should think that being cooked slowly alive in a bowl is faster than being slowly eaten by bugs. Gotta say, because the thing with heat, like after it kills off the nerves on your skin, uh, and all of the rest of the nerves, then well, you don't really feel it. Like, but with bugs will selectively eat uh everything except for the organs that keep you alive. Like that's what they do in real life. They uh like they'll eat everything except for your heart, your lungs, and like your brain. Just so they keep your brain intact, just so you can actually feel everything happening as you're helpless. Bugs are sadistic little bastards. I think the coolest way to die would be you'd be like in a fight, like a fight against a samurai or something, and then you'd be like swinging katanas at each other and seeing which one was the bigger weeb, you or yourself or the samurai. And then as you take your like 50th swing, he appears behind you and he's like Omiwa something something, and then like you're already dead, and then the top half of your body just like slides off the bottom half. I think that would be my way to go. I would prefer death in combat. You like just like to die before you lose an enemy. Wait, I missed something. Something about like silver and tortoise. Comment. You guys are like too enthralled with death. I feel like that would be too slow of a way to go. Like the saw. They should just use like really fine sandpaper instead. They'll just like sandpaper in you in half. Like it's too obvious of a choice to use a saw. They should just use like 800 grit sandpaper, like something really fine. Oh, that's great. Fun fact of the day, Mongolians used to pour silver down their pee holes. Now, how come we don't see that in games, huh? Where's where's the silver down the pee hole trick in video games these days? I'm disappointed. You guys spend too much time on Wikipedia. Too much time on Wikipedia and live leaks. I know, I'm pretty familiar with Exanima's fan base. It's Mordhau, it's anime, it's guns, and live leak. That is the Exanima fandom right there. I'm not really paying attention to chat right now. I'm just sculpting. I think we were getting a bit too off topic earlier. And work. Hey, the fart discussion was healthy mental exercise. It keeps your brain sharp to think about these things. Never know when knowledge comes in handy. Imagine if like your head gets stuck in there while it's farting, and then all the gases just like erupt into your mouth and your lungs, and then you like explode. I could see that as an execution method. Welcome to the stream, Fios. Came at a most opportune time. A most fortuitous time. I know, right? Spear and flail. The perfect counter to players, their cheese strats. You just gotta make the game as hard as possible. Gotta make the Dark Souls community cry. I'm kidding, not really. Am I saying anything? No, I think I kinda ran out of stuff to say. I'm not really a big time streamer, so I can't just be funny on demand. I mean, I could just like fart in the mic, but I don't think that'd be very funny. Maybe Zulix can talk about his porn aether some more. You guys entertained? Yeah, I gotta kind of focus on work. I know we've sort of reached the 2 hour mark already, but uh, I wasted a bit of time in the beginning. So let's go call the stream at 2 hours 30 minutes. Sadly, I can't preach the good word of soon, and also talk about fart jokes all the time, or else the soon will always be forever will be soon. Ugh. Done with the shield yet? Look. Okay, so there's a ton of detail here. Let's go to a place where there's less detail, and we'll fill it out a bit more. I'm not just doodling in one place forever. I might want to adjust some of the details down there because it is pretty contrasty. That contrasty. So this part here, it's going to have the same texture as my ball sack. So whenever you see the top of the shield here, they'll think, oh, Zeth's ball sack. This is what the texture is. You'll hopefully, like, players will feel reassured that their favorite developer's ball sack is. It's hairless though. This is kind of like after shaving. Don't ask me what these bumps are. Uh, they're just like embellishments that I don't really have in real life. They're just little doodads, little skin tags that I don't actually have. Get some of this detail down here, then same for up here. Gotta get these bulging veins in here. Also like all the stretchy skin details. It's the details. Devil's in the details. What we need are more cavities. Like we have here. I'm gonna add some more cavities. Like dot the place with holes. And then we also have like this cavity detail on the back. Well, I mean on the front of the shield. I gotta make some more of these on the front. So maybe like one here or one there. There's some uneven texturing going on that I'm seeing that I should address before we move on. Let's go add those cavities. Standard brush and just dot the surface a bit. Kind of sculpt out some areas where they should naturally occur. You guys better not be saying anything naughty in chat. I'm not looking down there, and I don't know if Marcus is around to moderate. Like having a bunch of kids in the back seat, but you're like paying attention to driving, so yeah. Better not do anything naughty in chat, otherwise we're gonna have to turn this car around and go back to Nebraska. No more Disneyland for you kids. feel like we might need to Dynamesh and mesh. I haven't done that in forever. Now that this fails, thinking it might be a worthwhile endeavor. Alright, let's just go add a few more cavities up here. And then we'll call it a night. Call it a white night of Symptom. Kingdom of Symptom. Man, that 2 hours blew by really fast. I gotta say this like the past 3 weeks have blown by really fast. I guess that's what happens when you get into like a routine. Pretty unnerving how fast time flies. You're talking about flatulence. But yeah, we'll be here tomorrow as usual, same time. Same time as usual. 12 p.m. Midnight GMT plus 8. Or I usually announce 4 hours before stream. High quality texture. This thing still needs a lot of work. It's a bit unnerving. Uh maybe I should do some work off stream. Not sure. I can get might do like a really long stream. I can get it done before for next week. Get all of the high poly done. I think that's something I want to do. I want to move on to a new project. That would be nice. Bugging me. Bit of detail here. I think I got a bit heavy-handed with position field that we did last stream. Why there's like a line here. Well, yeah, we'll take care of this tomorrow. You just realized, was the lack of a tail like the flail a conscious decision? Actually I moved the tail up to the arm here, and now it's the flail arm. But yes, that was a conscious. It's like stuff goes through a lot of iterations, and I'm glad that we stopped at this one because this one's pretty good. Mercs, where were you? They were talking all kinds of weird shit, and I couldn't stop them because I was just distracted with work. That would be too much. Yeah. Also, I want to keep like the workload as light as possible for Maddock and the rest of the team. They already have like too much stuff to do on much stuff on their plates. and a tail wouldn't help the situation. Break this into plates. Oh my god, you're throwing up blood? You okay? That's not good. Wait, are you like bleeding from like do you know where you're bleeding from? Like, are you bleeding from your stomach or like your throat or your mouth? Because if you're bleeding from your stomach, that's not that's really not good. Like internal bleeding is scary stuff. More importantly, do you have like someone to watch over you? Like do you have someone to like you live with someone who can call 911? Is that's probably something. Okay, okay, that's good. Get well soon works. Right, well I'm gonna yeah, bleeding insides. Scary stuff. I'm gonna stop the stream here where we've gone past the 2 hour mark, but I'm thinking we can do an extra long stream over the weekend because I really do want to get this project done. We're already on like stream number 21 or something now. Um, so yeah, if you guys want to join me then on the extra long stream over the weekend. Yeah, yeah, acid, stomach acid. That. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna call it here. Have a good one, guys. And yeah, I might do an extra long stream over the weekend, and there's gonna be one tomorrow for Friday. So maybe we can like merge the two. I'll just like stay up until God knows how long on Friday. All right, laters.